Welcome racers, JohnnyGtheracer here, and we're gonna rate all the operators from worst to best, starting with the first operator I can think of that is the most annoying in the whole game, which is Clash. Clash is very annoying. She doesn't help out the team at all. The only times when she helps out the team when she's teaming up with someone. She can help out the team when she teams up with Kavera or Ella, because Kavera can just integrate her. Next we go with the Chanka. He is a pretty good operator. He has pretty good guns. But overall, he doesn't really help out the team that much because he doesn't count anyone. He doesn't do much for the team at all. I've seen people get aced with him though. So if you're pretty good overall, you can play a Chanka. But if you're a noob, don't play a Chanka. It's just not that good. All right, next we got Ying. She is pretty good, but she's easily beaten. You can easily beat her if you just don't look at the direction of where her Yings are going. But other than that, she's a pretty good operator. I wouldn't recommend if you're a noob to play her because it's hard to play her as her sometimes. So next is Finka. The reason I put her as 40th because the stupid glitch where her rainbow thing is in her scope makes it hard for her for you to see through her scope. So it's hard to get kills as her. So that's why she's in this place. But other than that, she helps out the team a lot. She heals everyone in the game 25 HP when they're down, and 20 HP when they're still up. So she helps out the team pretty good if you use her in the right way. So next one we have, let's see. Next one we have Glass. All right. So if you're on the team of FaZe, this will help out pretty good because they only do good with sniper guys. Like on Call of Duty, they're pretty good with snipers. But other than that, he has a pretty good sniper. On this video, I got 2 kills with him because I'm pretty good with Glass. But other than that, he has a pretty good weapons. So he doesn't really help out the team that much in a way because he doesn't counter anyone in a way. I mean, smoke actually really counters him a lot because you can't see through the smoke when smoke does this little thing. So but that's all I gotta say about Glass. Next one we got, let's see what we got here. I think we got Montaigne next. No we don't, we got Castle. Alright, Castle is a good one. Let's see, he has good guns. His ability is good, but it's easily countable because all breach charges can break it. If a player doesn't have a breach charge like Dokkaebi doesn't have a breach charge, so it's really hard for Dokkaebi to get to Castle because he doesn't have breach charge. So she'll be hitting the thing 10 times in a row to try to get to Castle, and Castle can use that to kill Dokkaebi. So basically, all the operators that don't have breach charges will be able to not kill Castle, and Castle will be at the hand. That's all I gotta say about Castle. If you want to watch the gameplay, you can watch the gameplay. So that's all I'm gonna say about Castle. Alright, next one is Montaigne. Montaigne is annoying. He doesn't really help out the team that much though, because the only time you can get kills is with your shield if you have a pistol. His shield is just it's pretty good, but you have to basically let go of the thing you're trying to do and then melee. So it's hard to get a kill with him because you have to do 2 things at once and not 1. And then the pistol is okay, but not too bad. I don't really like that Montaigne with that pistol. So other than that, Montaigne's just pretty annoying. He doesn't really help the team that much. He doesn't counter anyone. So that's all I gotta really say about Montaigne. Next we have Frost. Frost is a pretty good operator, but she lacks in 2 things. People can easily shoot her frost traps, so that's what she lacks in. Her pistol is not that good. I mean, I don't really get any kills with her pistol. I mainly use a rifle, but not rifle, SMG, yeah. And then all the other traps like Legion is better. Ella is better. Her traps is easily countable. So that's all I gotta say about her. Next one we have Fuse. Fuse. Well, he's pretty bad. Same thing. Same problem with Finka. That rainbow thing around his makes it. His rainbow thing around his ACOG scope makes it really hard for you to see through the scope, and it's just hard to get a kill with him. But his ability is way better than Finka. He can literally get an ace like just like that if you use his fuse charge correctly and get all 5 in the fuse charge. And then like he can help out the team if he gets at least a few kills with his fuse charge. But so that's all I gotta say about fuse. Now we're gonna go to smoke. Smoke can easily change the game, but you have to be the last one left with him. If you're the last one left, you can easily change the game pretty nicely. If you're the last one left and there's like 3 guys left and there's like 25 seconds left on the clock and you still have all your smokes left, that's when you have to, that's when smoke is a really good operator. Because you can put down all your smokes when there's 25 seconds left and it will stop the team from trying to get you. And it will make sure that the team runs out of time and you win the game. But other than that, Smoke has pretty good guns, and he only helps out the team at that point. And yeah, he doesn't really count on anyone. Actually, yeah, no, he doesn't really count on anyone at all. So that's all I gotta say about Smoke. Next one we got is Capcan. Now, Capcan was good at one point when in the old like one of the old updates when he had like 3 Capcans and they would kill the guy instantly. That's when he was really good. But now they nerfed him and buffed him at the same time. They gave him more Capcans and they made the Capcans less damage. So like it's not that good anymore. But I mean, he helps out the team when you're facing noobs, because like noobs will just run into the Capcan and get damaged. So he helps out the team when the team is noobs. He has pretty good guns. He doesn't count on anyone. But other than that, that's all I really gotta say about Capcan. I mean, I was maining him at first when I first played the game. So like, if you're a noob at the game, play Capcan because he's easily, he's easy to play. So yeah. Next one's gonna be let's see what next one's gonna be. Next one's gonna be Alibi. Alibi is my 5th favorite operator if I wanted to do it for opinion, because she's really good. Her guns are really good. She's a headshot machine, but she doesn't really help out the team that much because Thatcher counters her. Basically her ability is just to put down holograms, and most people when they're like pros, if they shoot the hologram, they know before they even shoot the hologram that it is a hologram, and they're not gonna shoot it. I mean, I shoot holograms all the time sometimes when I'm just like not focusing, and I'll just like shoot it by accident. But other than that, like she doesn't really help out the team that much. Unless you're really good with her, you can get headshots with her, and that's the only time when she's helping out the team. So next one we got, let's see what we got. 31st is Valkyrie. So Valkyrie, if you play her correctly, you can get pretty good kills with her. And if you place down all your cameras correctly, you can do pretty good. She helps out the team if you can place down her cameras correctly. She doesn't help out the team if you don't place down her cameras at all. So her guns are pretty good, and it won't really help out the team if you don't put any cameras down, and it won't really help out the team if your cameras are horrible. So other than that, she doesn't really counter anyone, so you can't really counter anyone with Valkyrie. You can't really do much with Valkyrie, except her guns are pretty good and her pistol's pretty good. So that's all I gotta say about Valkyrie. Let's go. Next one's Maestro. Maestro is annoying when you're trying to use him to for your advantage to go against attackers. Attackers find him really annoying, and his LMG is pretty good. His pistol's pretty good. I mean, he doesn't really have a pistol. He has a pistol shotgun, so that's pretty good. He doesn't really counter anyone. He has a couple counters to himself. He has Sophia counters him, Ash counters him, Ivana's counters him. Pretty much, like, anyone that can shoot explosive will counter him. Like, in the next update, Nomad will probably counter him a little bit. So, you'll just have to see that. That's all I can pretty much say about Maestro, other than that he's annoying, and he helps out the team a lot when you're trying to annoy the attackers. But other than that, he doesn't have any counters. He doesn't counter anyone, so that's the thing. So, that's all I gotta say about Maestro. Next one we have, let's see what we have. Next one is Blackbeard. Blackbeard is annoying because of the shield that protects his head, and it's hard to get a headshot on him. Other than that, that's why he's good, because it's hard to get a headshot on him. And he has pretty good guns, he has pretty good DMR, pretty good pistol, but I just don't like him that much. I don't use him that much. Captao's next. Captao has two abilities of fire and smoke. And the only one that kills people is the fire. And that's pretty good. His guns are pretty good. And his pistol's pretty good. And if you're a noob, I would recommend him because, like, his recoil is easy to control. He's just like Jackal. His recoil is easy to control. But he doesn't really have a team that much. He doesn't really have any counters. So people don't count on him either. So it's pretty much a win-win for Captao. And yeah, that's all I gotta really say about Captao. Other than that, he just doesn't really help out the team that much, and he doesn't really have any counters to himself, or nobody counters him. So that's all I gotta say about Captao. Next one's Mira. If you look at the way I'm doing Mira, I'm doing it pretty good. I'm using the Mira as a thing where I can shoot through the wall. So if you use it like that, she's a pretty good operator. If you use it like the way where using on the reinforced wall, and you're trying to do a mirror glitch where you do two mirrors on the reinforced wall, one's open, one's not, then you're kind of doing it in a way where you're not going to get much kills unless you are pretty good doing it that way. But other than that, she's a pretty good operator. She helps out the team if you use her correctly, and she doesn't counter anyone, but she has a lot of counters herself. Twitch counters her, Hibana counters her, Dynamite counters her, Thatcher, Thatcher can't counter her, but basically that's the three counters that she has. Next one is Blitz. Blitz is like annoying, he's OP, he's everything you can say about him in one like sandwich. Like, he's really annoying, overpowered, just everything. It's really easy to use if you're a noob, and yeah, it's just really easy to use him. He can easily destroy any noobs in his path just by running up to him and meleeing them. And his pistol's pretty good too. He doesn't really help out team them. So that's all I gotta say about Blitz. Next operator is gonna be Sledge. So here's the thing. He's a pretty good operator when you use him correctly. His guns are really good. If you're a noob, I would pick Sledge because his guns are pretty good to get used to. His pistol's pretty good to get used to. His ability is pretty good to get used to. Has the ability of having like this hammering walls and making it really easy for you to go through and try to go into the objective. The only thing I wouldn't do is hammer walls of the objective, because if you hammer the walls and you don't look at the operator, if you don't look at the people that are in the OBJ like instantly, you will die. So that's the only thing that you shouldn't do, and the only thing I would do is put your sledges on the walls that are not in OBJ, and then use your breach charges for the ones that are in OBJ, so that you can easily put your aim on the guy in the OBJ when you're putting the breach charge. Other than that, that's all I can say about Sledge. He has no recoil and doesn't really counter anyone. He doesn't have counters himself, so he's pretty good overall. Next one we got Pulse. Now, if you use Pulse in the correct way, Pulse can dominate. He is pretty good, and his like ability is to be able to track like someone like behind a wall just using their heart thing. And if you can find like that easily useful, then yeah, he's pretty good. I found it easily useful using him in Oregon, and I usually got a lot of kills with him when I was playing as him. He has a pretty good gun, pretty good pistol. He will help out the team a lot if you team up with him with Caveira, because Pulse can find somebody and Caveira can easily pistol him and interrogate him. So it's a good team matchup when you're doing Pulse and Caveira at the same time. It can also help out when you're doing Pulse and Clash. If Clash can shock the person and then Pulse can find the person and then shoot him, it will distract the person. So Pulse is pretty good when you're teaming up with someone. That's all I gotta say about Pulse. Next one is Rook. Now, Rook will help out the team a lot, giving the team armor and basically making them be able not to be downed, or I guess to be downed and not be able to get killed instantly. That's the way he helps out the team. He also has pretty good guns. His pistol's pretty good, and he doesn't really counter anyone himself. He doesn't have any counters to him. So other than that, it's a win-win for Rook as well, because no one ever counters him. He doesn't count anyone himself. And his MP5 is really good. Like, it doesn't have any recoil. It's just really easy to control. And so if you're a noob, I would recommend Rook as your defender, because he's just really easy to control. Next one is Dokkaebi. Now, I'm not really good at Dokkaebi myself, so I really can't say anything about much about her on my standard. But on other people's standards, she is a pretty good operator. Her ability is to call people and basically reveal their location, because it emits a sound that you can hear. And if you can hear that sound pretty good, it would tell you that there's enemies nearby. So in that way, she's really good. Her DMR is really good. Her pistols, well, no, she doesn't have a pistol. She has SMG. Her SMG was good at a time, but now it's like trashy, and it's like, unless you can control the recoil, it's really good. If you can't, then you're not gonna be able to use her. So I would recommend her to a pro. I wouldn't really recommend her to a noob, because you can't really control the recoil that much, so that good. So I would recommend her to a pro that can easily control recoil. Other than that, that's all I can really say about Dokkaebi. So next one we got is Recruit. Now Recruit can easily be pretty good, easy operator to use. I've recommended to noobs that can't aim that well. It's really easy to use Recruit. But other than that, he doesn't really help out the team that much, because he doesn't have a per se ability. So you really can't help out. The team out with Recruit. He doesn't really have any counters to him. He doesn't count anyone himself, so you really can't do much with Recruit. But he's a really good operator, because he has all the guns in the game except for the DLC guns. Now, if we had the DLC guns, I would put him pretty much first place, because if he had the DLC guns, it would be like OP for him. Like, he would have every gun that I like, every gun that I can deal with and like use. So if it was like that, then he would do really good. Next one is Vigil. Now Vigil's ability is to basically go invisible to the cameras and invisible to the drones, which is a good ability. You can use this to your advantage if you're roaming and you see drones. Just put the thing on and it'll help you a lot. Now he has guns. He has good guns and good SMG and an okay shotgun. Shotgun's okay, but he doesn't really help out the team that much in a way, because like nobody, like he doesn't count anyone himself except for maybe Dokkaebi, because Dokkaebi can reveal locations and can basically use the sound to see where he is, and also like he can't see in the cameras, so that's one way why they both counter each other. So that's all I can say about Vigil. Next one we got is Buck. Now Buck's like weapon is pretty good. His gadget's really good. His pistol's really good. But other than that, he doesn't really help out the team that much in a way, because like he doesn't really counter anyone. No one counters him. So it's a win-win for Buck as well. His recoil is average, like, to control. So if you're a noob, I wouldn't really play Buck, because he has a little bit of recoil on him. So like if you're not good at controlling recoil, I wouldn't really use him that much. But if you're good at controlling recoil, I would use Buck a lot, because he's a really good operator. But other than that, he doesn't really help out that much. So next one we got is Lion. Now Lion can help out the game pretty good. If you are using that Lion technique to see where operators are when they're moving, then you are using it pretty good. His gun's pretty good too, because he doesn't have any recoil. So I would recommend it to noobs, because if you can't control recoil, then that's good, because the Lion is a really good operator for you. He's really easy to control, and this gadget overall is really easy to use. Other than that, that's all I gotta say about Lion. Next one is Twitch. Now Twitch is really good. I've used her before. When I was new to the game, I used her to just basically play around with her and use her Twitch drone to shock people, and basically just to be overall pretty good with her. Now her gun is really good. If you can control recoil very well, she could help you out a lot. And her ability is really good to shock people and like make it annoying for the defenders to try and kill her. Now the only thing I would say to make her better would to make her ability to be able to shock everything except for people. That way, she's not annoying to the operators. That, like, I guess damage-wise she's not annoying, but gadget-wise, if you're trying to use a frost trap, she's wicked annoying to you, and she will counter everyone that way. And she would be first if they changed it to that way, because like she would counter everyone at that point, so she would be OP at that point. The next one is IQ. Now IQ is pretty good. Her guns are really good. Her pistols are really good. She can find pretty much every single gadget in the game except for frost traps. If you used the thing to try to find frost traps, you cannot find them. So that's pretty much the only thing that I guess frost does counter someone, because frost counters IQ. IQ could not see the frost traps for the gadget, and just basically can't do it. She also counters, I guess frost also counters Twitch as well too, because Twitch can't shoot the frost traps. But other than that, that's what frost counters. But IQ doesn't really counter anyone either, except for the people that she can see the gadgets of. She counters Capcan, she counters Smoke, Echo, Ella. Just basically every trap that she can see, she counters. So that's all I gotta say about IQ. Next one is Legion. Now his guns are pretty good, his pistol's pretty good. Now him himself doesn't really counter that anyone at all, but his, I guess, ability can counter pretty much everyone. If you damage wise, it counters everyone because he can damage everyone. But other than that, he's easily beaten because like if some people are just like focusing on like the ground and try to look for the Legion traps themselves, they can find them easily and be able to basically shoot the Legion trap and make sure they don't get damaged. So he's easily beaten if you are a pro at the game and you can easily find the traps. But other than that, if you're a noob, don't use them because it's not. I mean, it's hard to use them in a way. Well, actually, no. If you're a noob, you can use him because he's not that hard to control with his gun wise. So if you can use him that way, he's not that hard to use. His pistol's good. His SMG is really good. But in the next update, his SMG will be nerfed. So in the next update, I might change this list to make him a little bit more down. But other than that, that's all I can say about Legion. Next one, we have Doc. Now, Doc can change the game pretty well. He helps out the team a lot. When someone's low health, he can shoot his ability at the guy and pretty much heal him to 40 HP. He can heal him. Now, that's pretty good. He can change the game pretty well if he heals out all his operators that are getting downed, and like pretty much, like it pretty much like increases the time that everyone stays alive because he can heal any operator in the game. Now, other than that, his guns are really good, his pistol's really good. He doesn't counter anyone himself, no one ever counters him either. Now, I wish they might, well, yeah, in the next update, Nomad will counter him. Nomad will basically counter everyone next game because he can send people back, or she can send people back in the game, so, like, push them back, make them, like, less defensive and make him easily to kill. So when she comes out, Doc will have a counter, but other than that, he doesn't have a counter right now. Next one we have Mute, or yeah, Mute. Mute is really good. He can counter pretty much everyone in the game except for a few. The only one he doesn't counter is Thatcher. So he counters Twitch if Twitch cannot use it correctly. He counters Twitch. He counters Thermite and counters pretty much every person that is a hard breacher. He counters. That's all I gotta say about Mute. Next one is Caveira. Caveira can change the game up a lot if you use her interrogation technique, which is it will show, like, if once you use it, it will show every operator, every attacker that's still left in the game for a view for like 10 seconds. Once you do that, the whole defender people on your team can basically try to find the guys that you just located, and it will change the game up. It will make it so that the other team loses really quickly. Now, other than that, her gun's okay. Her pistol's basically her best weapon because it will easily knock down a person from a good distance away. or I guess a close distance away. That's the only thing that would really make her not that good to play. And if you're a pro with people that you can control recoil that well, then she's a really good operator for you. Next one is Ella. I don't really play her that much, so I really can't say anything about her. I used my MC Punk's video because he did Ella the best, so you can enjoy his ace. But other than that, her guns are really good, her pistol's really good, her ability's really good. So yeah, it's just really easy to use Ella if you're a pro. If you're a noob, I wouldn't recommend her because she's really hard to use. Her recoil is hard to use. But other than that, she's a really good operator. She will change up the game a lot if you use her stun grenades correctly. And, well, not stun grenades, her stun ability in just general will change up the game a lot. Alright, next one is Echo. Now, Echo can change up the game a lot when you're using his echoes to stun everyone and make them disorientated or drunk. He can basically help out the team a lot when you're doing that. It'll make attackers push back and make the time limit be shortened, because it will make it easy for the attackers to lose because they're running out of time because they have to find a different way to try to attack you. Next one is Thermite. Now, Thermite counters everyone that has a reinforcement. The only one he doesn't counter is Bandit and Mute, because Bandit can basically make Thermite not be able to usable, and so can Mute. But other than that, Thermite will counter everyone except for Bandit and Mute. And his guns are really good, his pistol's really good. He can help out the team a lot when teamed up with Thatcher. If Thatcher teams up with him, it'll make the team basically win, and you'll be able to win. Next one is Jackal. Now, if I was just doing this on the opinion list, Jackal would be number 1, because he's just really good to use, his ability's really good, his pistol's really good, and he can help out the team a lot, but just by finding one person. The whole team can basically try to kill that one person and make it really easy for the attackers to win. And other than that, like, he helps out the team a lot. He doesn't counter anyone himself except for like all the other operators. I guess he counters everyone because he can find any operator in the game except for maybe Kavera and Vigil easily, because Kavera can easily counter him. Next one is Maverick. Now, if you use Maverick correctly, he can help out the team a lot and basically make it so that if you're trying to focus on someone else and Maverick's trying to kill you, Maverick can kill you easily, and basically make it so that it will make it really hard for you to win. Next one is Jaeger. Now, Jaeger can counter pretty much everyone except for Thatcher. I mean, he can counter Thatcher, but Thatcher counters him if you use Thatcher in a certain way. But other than that, he counters everyone that has grenades. And, I mean, Thermite can still counter him, because Thermite can go through the reinforcement that he has. So, like, he counters everyone that has grenades, and basically everyone that has flash grenades. Anything that they can throw, he could shoot out of the air and pretty much be able to beat you with. So, he's a pretty good operator if you use him that way. He has pretty good guns, pretty good pistol. And just overall, he's a really good operator. Next one is Ash. Now, I don't really use Ash that much, so I didn't really have my clip to show you. I have MC Punk's video to show you. Now, this is him getting an ace with Ash. And a lot of people use Ash because she's really good to use. She's, like, overall, like, easy to use with noobs. If you're a noob, I would use Ash because she doesn't really have that much recoil, so you can easily control her. The only thing I would say is that her ability doesn't really help out the team that much, because it only just blows up the walls, and makes it easier for people to like see the enemy. But other than that, Ash doesn't really help out the team that much. Her guns are really good, her pistol's really good. But I mean, everyone uses her. She's just really easy to use. Any tryhard would use her because it's really easy to use, and she has just like the best like loadout pretty much in the game, except for like 4 more operators that are gonna be after this. So other than that, it's pretty easy to use her, and yeah, that's all I gotta say about Ash. Next one's gonna be Hibana. Now, Hibana is really good. Her operator, like, is really good to use. Like, her guns are really good to use, her pistols are really good to use, her ability is really good to use. It's easy to use for Habana. Her ability can basically change the game up pretty nicely to make it so that she can go through any of the reinforcements that go her way, except for Bandit and Mute. You can't really go through a reinforcement with her when she's playing Bandit or when someone's playing Bandit or Mute. Bandit and Mute would counter her, and next update, Cade or Kaede will also counter her. So she has a lot of counters. She counters pretty much everyone that has a reinforcement. So she counters a lot of people herself. And basically, if she teams up with Thatcher, then she can dominate the team and basically make it really hard for you to basically win the game. But other than that, she's really good, and yeah, that's all I gotta say about Habana. Next one's gonna be Sophia. Now, Sophia is if I had to rate my opinion, Sophia is my third favorite operator in the game. Now, I guess that ties the list of what she's right now, because her concussion grenades are really good. She's a better Ashe in my opinion, because she has more of her concussion things to use, or not concussion things, blow up things to use, and she can basically disintegrate the enemy and make it easy for people to shoot them. So that's all I gotta say about Sophia. Next one is Bandit. Now, I bet you've been waiting for this. Bandit is the best defender of all time and best defender overall, because he can basically counter everyone but Thatcher. Other than that, he counters everyone but Thatcher. Thatcher can counter him, and Bandit pretty much has pretty good guns. Now, his SMG is really good. His pistol's really good. He basically is just a really good operator. He's pretty good to use for noobs. Like, if you're a noob, I would choose Bandit because it's not that hard to use him. And basically, if I would only use him if you're using the protect the garage. If you use him to protect the garage, you will do really good with him and basically help out the team a lot. Now, if you don't use him in the garage, you won't really help out the team that much, except for if you're trying to make sure that they don't get into the room at all with those reinforcements. But other than that, Bandit does help out a lot. Now, the very last operator and first place on this list has to be Thatcher. He counters everyone that I can say. He counters Echo, counters Ella, counters basically Bandit, Mute, Clash. Yeah, he counters a lot of operators. His guns are really easy to use. His pistol's really easy to use. And basically, if you have him on a team, you'll automatically win. That's if you have a Thermite on your team as well. So, basically, if you team up with someone on the team, you can easily use Thatcher. So, that's all the operators. Keep a lookout for the next few videos with the Cade and Nomad in it. So, that's all I gotta say. Peace out, racers.